Peace and blessings, everybody. Welcome back to Loose Change. It's your boy, The Show Off, and I'm back. And I wanted to finish up what I was saying about Will and Jada. This is Celebrity Week. Tomorrow, I will be doing a video about Dave Chappelle and the ongoing struggles with the trans community between those two parties or whatnot. And so, if you watched the first video or whatnot, I ended it talking about basically where are these new things. You've been with a person for 27 years, and here's the thing: you have all of these brand new relationships that people are getting into more often now. Open relationships, poly relationships, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, you're going to still have human reactions to these things, even though, you know what I'm saying, based off of what our society has always been based on, you're still going to have human reactions to those things. So the last thing I said is, where are all of these new things coming from? These new things are coming from all of these extra experiences that you have with these people that you have added into your life. And like I said in the first video, marriage is supposed to simplify things, all right? So when I say you have to combine things, this is what I'm talking about, all right? You got the experience of, like, just looking at it from the outside in. You got the experience that she had with August, all right? And now she comes to the table talking about how it's hard to connect sexually with her husband that she's been with for so many years. So from a man's perspective, this is some real shit, y'all. From a man's perspective, this is how Will's human side comes out. I'm the husband. I should not have to live up to anyone's standards. Whose standards am I living up to? Where is all of this new shit coming from? I've been with you for 27 years. Where the fuck is all of this new stuff coming from? Who am I living up to? Who is the person that put these things out there for you to like? And now all of a sudden, after 27 years, where, like I said, we're supposed to be moving into a life of contentness and stableness, where are these changes coming from? All right? It's one thing for a person to just change and want to do different things or whatever the case may be, but it's a whole other thing when you know that your wife has been involved with other people, new people, or whatever the case may be, and now all of a sudden these things change, especially when it comes to sex and when it comes to how you love each other and whatever the case may be, how you show love to each other. Once those things change and you know that there's been someone else here, it's going to be in the back of your mind, like, are you telling me to do these things that this person was doing to you? Because it's going to make me rebel against doing those things, all right? Now, just because those experiences that you had with this person, if it was just normal and it was just the two of you and you go ask your husband, hey, can we try some new stuff? That's one thing. But when there's other parties that are involved and you have an open relationship or whatever the case may be, and 9 times out of 10, a man is not going to come to you and say, well, such and such did this or such and such did that. I need you to do, at least try to do these things. He's just not going to do it. But in his mind, when he's being approached like that, saying we need to connect a different way sexually, when he's being approached like that, that's going to pop up in his head. That's going to be the first thing that pops up in his head. So now we talk about standards and expectations and all of this stuff. Now he doesn't want to ask you, yo, where is this new stuff coming from? So when you don't ask, now here comes the assumption. All right? And then naturally he's going to buck at this new stuff or whatnot. He's going to buck at all of these new things that you're asking him to do sexually, because he doesn't want, if you wanted to do it purely with him, yes, cool, let's do it. But if you want to do it because you did it with August or this other guy or whatever the case may be, Tupac or whoever, that becomes a problem. No man wants to be in a relationship, and I'm speaking from the male perspective on this video. No man wants to be in a relationship with a woman and live up to the standards of another man, whether it's your ex that you're no longer fucking with, or because a man would look at it like there's a reason that you're not fucking with your ex no more. You know what I'm saying? That's how a man would look at it. And I would think that a woman would look at it the same way, but I don't know that to be a fact. But no man wants to be measured against some other man when it comes to his woman. So at the end of the day, all I'm simply saying is these are all of the, like, nobody even thinks of these things when they try these new relationships, when they try these poly relationships, when they try these open relationships, or whatever the case may be, because you're already being spoiled in the first place. There's no level of commitment to this marriage if you're in an open relationship. The whole point of getting married, like I said, is supposed to be for you to simplify life and everything that comes with life. So instead of having all of these people talking to you and trying to holler at you and you having these conversations with all of these people, it should be easier and less time consuming and less mind consuming for you to just say, nah, I'm cool, I'm married. But now you're adding single shit into your relationship. You're adding single mannerisms into your relationship. The only thing you have to do, the only thing that makes it different is you have to check in with this person. So no, I'm not advocating for people not to have these relationships, but I'm telling you to keep an open mind if you're going to do it, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it takes a very strong, healthy-minded person to have these types of relationships. Almost to the point that you don't really care about a person. Now, when you, like, it's borderline that, to the point that you don't care about a person. If you are cool with someone that is not in your situation, touching your man, your woman, or whatever the case may be, you are probably on the borderline of not giving a fuck about this person. Because everybody is territorial. Everybody. When it's something that they care about, everyone is territorial. You don't want to get robbed. If someone walks in your house and takes your shit, your worldly shit, you're mad as fuck. If you walked in your house and someone you didn't know was sitting on your fucking couch watching your TV like they lived there, you'd be mad as shit. So these non-traditional relationships, man, I try to explain it. These non-traditional relationships that people step into, like I said, it takes someone very strong-minded, and I almost don't want to me, and it's just because of society standards. And we live in America, and we've grown up believing that it's supposed to be one person and the other person, and that's it. And they come together and make one life. So those thoughts are going to naturally creep back into your head, especially if you're in an open relationship. And I just did a video about open relationships recently. Especially if you're in an open relationship and your well is dry at the time and your partner's isn't. That becomes a problem. So, for the sake of them, they've been together 27 years. I hope they get it together. I hope they learn to keep some shit private, really. Like, you don't need to talk about every fucking thing and like, here's the thing, y'all, and I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna leave. I honestly believe that when I said there's an inferiority complex going on, and she hasn't found her space in the relationship, for those who don't understand it, Will Smith is a fucking superstar, all right? Jada Pinkett is basically a star. She's basically known. I only can think of about 5 movies off the top of my head that she's been in. All right, so I wouldn't consider Jada a superstar. So I think there's some jealousy there, and I think some resentment there, because she's trying to be this new style, modern woman, and it's not working out for her. So now, like I said, her biggest episodes of Red Table Talk have all had something to do with Will being a part of the conversation. So at the end of the day, man, I think, like I said, these things complicate things, man. Everything, a lot of people think so much about money and having money and how it simplifies everything, and I want this so I don't have to have worries. You might not have those worries, but you have a whole lot of other ones. Show off.